Lightyear is a 2022 Disney and Pixar animated film, and it stars Chris Evans as the voice of the iconic character from the Toy Story franchise, Buzz freaking Lightyear. I'll be honest, when I first heard about this movie happening, it sounded like a joke and too good to be true, but then the trailer dropped. And then my jaw did. So, needless to say, I was very excited about this movie, and to see Chris Evans, Captain America himself, voicing this iconic character and paying homage to Tim Allen's voice from the original Toy Story films, I'm all in for it. And with Pixar being without a doubt one of the best studios in all of the industry right now, I had a lot of faith going into this movie, so take my hand, join me as we venture into infinity and beyond as I review Lightyear. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Heads Project. I'm John Rodolaza, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Pixar film, Lightyear. Now, we know why we all come to Pixar films, right? Yeah, we all come to these films to get emotionally wrecked, because that's what they're known for doing. First 5 minutes of Up or something, right? Wrecked. When literally anything happens to the toys in Toy Story, wrecked. When Sully hugs Boo for the last time and he says, "Kitty has to go," wrecked. Take her to the moon for me. Wrecked. So needless to say, I am an emotional wreck because of Pixar. So I was fully expecting to somehow, some way, shape, or form get hit by something in this film. And you know, the emotional stuff, it's not as strong as the other films, for sure. This does take a different route than that. It's not going straight for emotion, although there is a couple scenes in here that do kind of, tug at the heartstrings just a little bit. It was still present in this movie, so if you look for that stuff in the Pixar films, I don't know, it might disappoint you a little bit, but hey, it's still a fun movie. Lightyear has a lot of good things going for it, but I'll be honest though, maybe I overhyped myself a little too much. Maybe I thought they were going to lean a little bit more into, I don't know, an animated action movie as opposed to family-friendly, for the kids type movie. That's the vibe I got when I saw Socks, that character, which is like the robot cat in the trailer. It just came across as one of those things that it's going to be like okay or borderline annoying. And I'll be honest, like the Socks character was like very entertaining throughout the whole movie. Surprisingly very entertaining. I did not expect to be laughing that much coming from him. And yeah, I was thoroughly surprised with that. But the overall movie, I would say, yeah, I might have overhyped myself just a little too much. Those trailers were cut together so beautiful. I mean, dude, whoever cut those trailers, give them a raise and give them the silver medal for movie deception, because the movie is not as dope as the trailers made it out to be, and that's just a little unfortunate for me. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to exploring this world that they created within just the character of Buzz Lightyear, like Buzz Lightyear, the only amount of actual character we got of Buzz Lightyear was in the first half of Toy Story 1 from 1995. Buzz Lightyear, the character, the only amount of time we got with that character before this movie was the first half of Toy Story back in 1995 when he unboxed himself. He did his own unboxing video and he thought he was the real Space Ranger, but really he's just a toy. But then they took that character, they fleshed him out, made a whole world around him, and they made him a lot more likable than he ever was in the Toy Story films. And I love Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story films. I thought, even that character, before he realized he was actually just a toy, up until then, like, he's kind of cocky a little bit. You just get that sense about him that he's trying to be lovable, but there is a little bit of a cockiness to him. And they do have that sprinkled into this iteration of Buzz, which I thought was a nice little touch. It really did pay homage to Tim Allen's version of Buzz Lightyear from the Toy Story films, while not feeling like a cheap imitation of it. I feel like Chris Evans does a fine job making this his own, while being that character that Tim Allen's version is based off of. It's kind of crazy, because this movie opens up with in 1995, a boy named Andy got a toy of Buzz Lightyear, and it was based off of his favorite movie. This is that movie, and ooh, give me little tingles when they said that. So this movie is this depiction of Buzz Lightyear is the initial iteration is what they're going with, and the toy is the toy. Is like, you know, that crappy voice actor that they get for the toys. That's never really the actor from the movie. Although Tim Allen is not a crappy voice actor, he's actually a very good voice actor. Love his voice. But it's kind of like that, almost. It's like that same deviation. Like the guy in the toy never sounds like he does in the movie, and I don't know. I thought that was cool too. But there are certain scenes where Chris Evans, I don't think he's purposely doing it, but he does invoke a little bit of Tim Allen in him sometimes, and I thought that was a cool touch. I don't know. I really enjoyed the portrayal of Buzz Lightyear in here. It was very much in line with what I thought he would be in his own world. Then you get a bunch of side characters in the film that are okay. They're just not as interesting or engaging as Buzz Lightyear himself. Like, all of the shine, thankfully, is on Buzz Lightyear. It needs to be, but, you know, gotta have some shine on the other characters if you're gonna spend a lot of time with them and develop them and Buzz's relationship with them. But I don't think the movie really reached that point to where it got me to care about the other characters. One of them is voiced by Taika Waititi, which, great voice actor, great actor in general, but I definitely feel like they just brought him on to play the fumbling buffoon because he's got a funny voice. He doesn't really do much of anything in this film, nothing of significance. Keke Palmer plays like the main sidekick of the film, and I think she's good. She plays Izzy Hawthorne, and yeah, she's kind of badass at times, but it's really like Buzz Lightyear training new recruits to an extent. It's him teaching these guys what to do, while at the same time there's this overarching mission that is very important, and I don't know, it just seemed like the overall plot and story felt distracted because he had to kind of train them a little bit. He had to bring them up to speed. And let's just segue into the story. I thought the story, it lacked a little bit. I don't know. It started off really strong, and I thought it was going to go somewhere very interesting. I feel like they don't want to confuse kids, and they don't want to do something crazy for the kids. They just want to play it safe. They don't want to scare any kids by doing something a little too risky. But man, this movie takes place in space, planets, planetary exploration, aliens. They could have went just a little bit more into it, but I don't know. I feel like the movie does play a little bit safe, and it is a detriment to the story itself. That is not to say that this movie is still a lot of fun. It has a lot of homages to Buzz Lightyear as a character from Toy Story, a lot of one-liners here and there. You know they were gonna throw him in. It's focused on this solo story of Buzz Lightyear in space doing his own thing, and it's a really good premise. I'll say that. It's a really good premise. I just don't feel like the story lived up to the potential of what this movie could have really been. I will say, Michael Giacchino composed this score for the film, and it's not one of his strongest scores, I'll be honest, but it's still entertaining to listen to. I really enjoy what he crafted for this movie. Like, it made it feel like a live action film. That's the biggest takeaway I can give this film. The animation is ridiculously good. It has no right to be this good. There's a shot of Lightyear holding a rocket, and he's just sweating profusely as it's tumbling down into the atmosphere of whatever the planet they're on. It looked amazing. I love that shot. There's so many other shots like this, and the suits look amazing. Oh man, I had a lot of fun with this movie. It's beautifully animated. I think this movie, again, it could have just blown our socks off a little bit more. Like, my socks came off about halfway. They were still on, but they could have jumped into the first row of the auditorium that I watched the movie in. So, yeah, I still think you should check it out. Maybe you can wait until Disney Plus? I don't know, but if you want to check it out in theaters, go do so. Definitely go check that out instead of watching Morbius for the... What is it, going to come out for a third time? Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me on my review of Lightyear. Let me know down below if you've seen the film, what did you think about it? But if you haven't seen it and want to know what to watch this weekend, yeah, I would recommend it. If you have, like, little kids in your family, bring them along. Just tag along as many kids as you want. I think they'll have a lot of fun with the movie. It's very cool. If you got, like, a nerdy little bro or nerdy little cousin, bring them. I think they'll really enjoy the movie. It's really cool looking. But if you don't want to watch that this weekend, here's my movie recommendation. Don't watch Dominion. Go watch Top Gun Maverick. Even if you've already seen Top Gun Maverick, go watch Top Gun Maverick. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys, and be sure to stick around next week because I will be covering the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Possibly. I'm not sure if it's going to be picked up for a second season or not because there's been those rumors, but I don't know if I believe them or not. So hopefully it sticks to landing and hopefully I like it. Anyways, you might want to stick around, guys, because there is more to come.